We talk a lot about technology on this show, and I think sometimes we take for granted just how different our baseline is from normies with respect to technology. So today we're going to talk about some research that backs that up.
I love the fact that you kicked that off with a vague insult to anybody who's not at our level of technological capability. I well done, Mike. Yeah,
I'm talking to our audience. Our audience is obviously at our level.
Like and subscribe.
Well, I think there's a threshold, and the threshold is there is such a steep difference between. Let's take, I don't know, my grandmother. My grandmother has never used a computer.
Yeah,
and she will never use a computer. And then there are my parents who need help figuring certain things out on the computer.
That's the point of the study, though.
Right.
So let's look at. This is about a 2016 study. I tried to find a more current version. I imagine the results are probably pretty comparable, but they basically looked at people at the skill level of using computers. 10% of people had no computer skills whatsoever. 5.5% failed basic skills tests such as navigating through a web page. 10% chose not to be tested. So then they had three levels. Level 1 is to be able to sort emails into pre-existing folders based on who can or cannot attend a party. 28% of people could do that. Level 2 was locate relevant information in a spreadsheet and email it to the person who requested. 25% of people could do that. Level 3 was to schedule a new meeting in a meeting planner where availability conflicts exist, cancel conflicting meeting times, and email the relevant people to update them about it. 5.5% of people could do that.
Yeah, and this is not just a random data set, a random test. It's people with PhDs who work with computers.
Well, these are doctors and lawyers and professors, and there's a lot of very smart people out there. And I've been saying this for over a decade.
Just to be clear, the group of PhDs were people where the person who made the post worked. This was a study of 16 to 65-year-olds from 33 largely wealthy countries who were asked to do these tests.
Do you know how many?
Not from this posting.
Size? Okay. So 33 countries, we have to assume the sample size is quite significant.
Yeah. It's statistically significant, I think. It'll have to be.
What I wanted to say is what I've been preaching now for over a decade is that computer and technology literacy is not pushed. And this is for every facet of life, right? This is for, like I mentioned before, lawyers and doctors and accountants and legal or country administrators, like the fucking president. I can actually put money on that Joe Biden and Donald Trump, our last two presidents, have no clue.
Trump famously doesn't use email.
Right. And this is a huge issue, is we keep pushing away computer literacy because of convenience. It's so easy to use an iPhone. It's so easy to use a MacBook. But that's where it ends. That's where it ends.
There is another way to look at this, by the way. So another article that I read recently, posted by Paul Vixie, actually reshared by Paul Vixie on LinkedIn, which I don't really pay much attention to usually, which is a 2014 article that basically said, all software is shit. And we do really badly at making software, and that's why the NSA is winning. The NSA is not a super high-tech organization, spy agency full of geniuses who are hacking our systems. They're just kind of a dragnet. They're like just waiting for people to kind of fuck up with their software. And so the other way of looking at it is the reason that all these super smart people can't use computers properly is because they're still hard to use.
Yeah, like this study's 6 years old, so maybe things have gotten a little bit better. But even 6 years ago, only 5.5% of people could do sure, maybe even complicated, a scheduling task and email the recipients the details. That's not even like programmers or system administrators. The point this guy's making is that people like us are like the top of the top 1%.
Yeah, I think that's true. So I heard another story this week from a friend, which was that her friend was almost hacked. She got a text message saying, "Hey," she started a new job. We get these all the time at work, and it was a text that said, "Hey, can you send me your credit card details because I need to get some accounting stuff sorted out." And it was her boss's boss. She just started a new job somewhere. She got a text, and she said to my friend, "So, hey, why is my boss's boss emailing me? I wonder where he got my number from." Obviously, it's a scam. It's just trying to get some information out of her. It's a smish, whatever we want to call it. But it kind of was like the fact that she even I do too. You smush
that. What smish is that? Spearfish? Is that what you're trying to say?
SMS phishing.
SMS phishing.
Yeah. So it's a text. Yeah. So the fact that she even considered it and didn't just go, "No, it's scam," is sort of like, well, yeah, because most people don't think like us. And another one that came up this week was the other article that I think you pointed out, Mike. Have you got that on the screen yet? Or
which one?
What was it? Sorry, I might have to go.
I got hacked or I got phished or something. Yeah, I don't have that one up installed.
So there was another article that was posted about a journalist who writes about cybersecurity for Ars Technica, which is a bigger publication. I think it was Ars Technica. Said I almost fell for a phishing attack. So he got verified on Twitter, like got the blue tick to say that he's a real person. And he was a bit pissed off about it because he never asked for it. He thinks it's a kind of a bullshit system because he didn't ask to be verified and they just went ahead and did it. And so he tweeted about it and said, "What the fuck is this, Twitter? Like, geez, come on, guys." And then he got a direct message from Twitter support saying, "Thank you, we verified your account. To continue using the blue tick, please send us the following information just to verify that you really are who you say you are. We've done the preliminary checks." And he almost replied to it. He thought it was real for a second. And he's a guy that writes a rap about cybersecurity. So
this is why when we talk about stuff like getting around firewalls in China or censorship in China, I push back. Like, I think you and I had this conversation before, John. You say, well, just get a VPN software. For most people, that is unattainable.
No, well, specifically I think my argument for the firewall of China was that it's exceptionally hard to get around.
No, but are you talking about suggesting installing a VPN?
VPN. I think it was the ad block argument, and I went through the steps, and Mike was about to explode because he was like, "What the fuck?"
It's not easy.
He did get a bit riled up. Yeah. Please make that argument again in the near future.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because we're tech snobs.
We are tech snobs.
Yeah.
But absolutely. It is going to be an ongoing issue, specifically with the phishing topic that you just brought up. This is an autopilot problem. I've almost been phished. I'm a security professional. I work in this. And this was, 7 years ago. And I was going to what I thought was Outlook, and it said, "You need to log in again." I'm typing in my credentials, and I'm like,
wait a minute.
Wait. And I look, and it's just some random URL. It's just gibberish.
Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fuck. How did I fall for this? Now, if they were even a little bit sophisticated, they had my credentials already, because you can monitor what I type before submitting. And I reset. Everything's fine. But still, autopilot is the ultimate. Well, I'm fine. But as far as I know. And that's for an old account. It doesn't matter. It's so irrelevant, that Outlook account. I don't use Outlook anymore. And
Too easy though.
it's too easy. It's so simple.
Well,
it's so simple.
You have to be on alert all the time.
All the time.
This tech journalist, he put a screenshot of the text or the message he got, the direct message, and it was from like at Twitter support 19392, and it had grammatical errors, and it was he said it was timing. It's absolutely, it happened to me. Expecting a delivery from DHL, and I get DHL spams every day that and if it gets it at the right moment. Yeah. Oh, by the way, interestingly, today, so I was expecting a delivery tomorrow of something I'm very much looking forward to. I'm quite excited about. And I got a call while I was on a meeting earlier today from an unknown number, but it was an 0800 number, which is a free phone number. And they left a voicemail. And then it said, we tried to deliver today, but we couldn't find your address. So my address is perfect. And I had another delivery today, which was fine. It was just them being idiots somehow. I don't know why. Anyway, so I called back and I got Amazon customer support. Although it sounded like Amazon customer support. It was like, please press 1 to get through to Amazon customer support and blah, blah, blah. And then they said, oh, hi, can you give us your name and your email? And can you just verify your address, please? And I stopped and I said, okay, yeah, could you verify who you are, though, please? And it really baffled the customer service agent that I was speaking to. So she said to me, this call is being monitored for security and training purposes. I've been working at Amazon for many years now. And I was like, yeah, but how do I know that you're really Amazon? And she's like, well, yeah, but the call is being monitored for training and performance purposes. I'm like, yeah, but you understand this is how scams work, right? That someone calls and they give you a number and then you call back. Can you just give me any kind of verification about who I'm calling? And she's like, but I work for Amazon and you called us. And I was like, yeah, but it was really a circular argument. And in the end, I was like, oh, don't worry, I'll do it for the website.
It is frustrating. No matter how many times I've called warranty support and given them my credit card information, they keep calling me and I keep calling back and saying, what is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Well, the worst part is, Mike, you're making a joke, but that's a real scenario for probably millions of people around the world.
It's true.
And that's super sad.
It's true. And companies do such a bad job at not looking like fishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't. I think we talked about this though. Like there was that the long Twitter feed of like all these different things about like they say you're supposed to do this, but one of them is always, always ask for a number and call them back. Oh, but what does that really do? You called Amazon. Is that really secure? You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the number that called me. It didn't say Amazon on it, so wow. Yeah, real world advice doesn't actually work out. Anyway, yeah, people are dumb. We need more security training, and we are absolute tech snobs. I think that's a conclusion from today's episode.
Yep.
Yeah.